on, girls.
Hey.
Oh, fine. Yeah, like I said, going
Up.
Oh, nice.
Hey, Hector. Hector, come in. No, for me.
Going.
2-0. Nope. One I get. Two.
Still 2.
Watch out. Still. 4-0. Live.
Better go play volleyball.
I don't like that.
We can't. Why not? I can't.
And 12-year-olds on all that.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Oh, what are you doing? Would you go away? Enough
Hi,
trouble
Rich.
I'm having enough trouble just frying these things.
Is it warm enough for you?
Oh, it's not bad.
Right here, it flies pretty good.
It does, but she was standing right over there.
Behave. They are well disciplined. They're really a joy for me to coach. Their attitudes are exceptional. They listen well. They're coachable people. It makes my job, whether it's in the high school, like I said, or summer, really very enjoyable. And I'll have to say, at the start here, taking on both the boys and the girls, like I did this year, I had a most enjoyable year. I have really enjoyed coaching both squads. I just really enjoy coaching tennis and summertime as well as the school year. And I think really I must compliment, like I said, the parents that are here for allowing me to do that and sending me the kinds of student athletes that are really a joy to work with. I think Jasper always shows itself well wherever we go in tennis because of the kind of student athletes that we have. And certainly this year was no exception. Tennis-wise, I think we've had a very exceptional year. I know for me, it was very enjoyable, both in the boys and the girls, to accomplish the things that we have. I know it's kind of tough. The boys, come this time of year, it's been quite a few months since we played boys tennis. I'm going to start out with the boys and make a few comments there. And being kind of informal, people say I have a tendency to talk too long anyway, so maybe having it informal and shorter won't be just too bad. And everybody will do on the Father's Day. That's another thing. Today being Father's Day, I really appreciate you people, taking the time to come. Finding a good day is very difficult. Anyway, boys tennis, we started a year where people thought we were really going to be down. I remember many coaches around talking with them in the early season and even from last year already how they were going to beat Jasper, and Jasper wasn't going to have near the power that we did have, and comments such as that. You're really going to have to work hard this year, and you're going to take it on the chin some, and so forth. And I never did really say too much to the other people. I really felt like we had the possibility of putting together an excellent squad, but I really didn't say much. In fact, I normally don't say a whole lot. I normally probably talk the other way when I talk to coaches. Sometimes the players overhear me talking, and they wonder why I'm saying, I say, we're not too good. You probably whip it today and take it easy on us. And they always wonder why I'm talking like that, but that's just something I do. But in talking with the boys, I can remember early in the year, we talked a lot about putting a team together and how young we were and inexperienced, and all that was very true. But I talked to them also about the opportunity to put together a very competitive team. And because early in the year, I can remember going up to Perry Meridian, and we took it on the chin up there as far as the tournament was concerned. The competition was definitely tough, and you know, it was really quite an experience. We got together, and you know, we talked about what it was going to take to continue to improve and get better as the season progressed. And you know, we look back upon that year. I can remember some really exceptional wins. One of them probably in the Big 8 conference. You know, we had lost to a Vincennes squad early, and our chances of trying to win the Big 8 were you know, in jeopardy. And by the end of the season, we went over and played a tournament at Vincennes. Why, we had all of a sudden turned things around to a point where we won the Big 8 conference tournament and actually you know, tied for the championship with Vincennes. We were able to reverse things around. And in doing so, we had to play very, very good tennis, and the boys rose to the occasion and did an exceptional job. I think we're really the reason behind the growth of our team and what we were able to accomplish. The attitude of these two gentlemen was exceptional. You know, I've had over 21 years a lot of different captains of teams and worked with a lot of good people. And these two definitely rank up at the top of what I consider good captains to be. Leaders in their own right, and not necessarily always by word of mouth, many times by example. Kind of a little thing we got going, boys get around some of the girls, kind of funny. We talk a lot about our intensity level and how intense practices need to be and how hard we got to work. And of course, the boys are always saying the girls they don't work as hard as they need to, or at least as hard as the boys. And we go back and forth. But I tell you what, when you got these two guys around, especially this one over here on my right, because he has a tendency to not necessarily talk a lot, but he grunts, so it sounds like he's working hard, and he normally really, he backs it up tremendously, and Rick follows right in behind. But hard work, a great attitude, especially in practices, had a lot to do with the quality of our season and the progress that all the boys made. And really, I know these guys had meetings and talked with the players and continue to give them that great you know, attitude, the enthusiasm, the confidence level, and we had to have a lot of that. Us singles. Jeff, a junior, played our one single spot. Brian Schneider, where's Brian? He was Chad's partner in number 1 doubles. Steve Lucamar. Steve. All right, Steve had a tough year, and I know it was very difficult because Steve worked very hard, came up with that little disease we talk around, mono. This got the best of him, and I'll tell you what, he tried very, very hard to try to get himself back into playing. It was just got the best of him, and of course I know he's looking forward to the coming year and playing very well, by the way. And our other junior, John Ring. John was one of our number 2 doubles players. Into our sophomores, Alan Schwank. Alan was our number 3 singles player, and Chris Himsel was the other half of the number 2 doubles. On also with our sophomores, Ryan Shirley, Ryan a reserve player, JV player, and Jacob Miser. Jacob, please, also a JV player. Todd Dawkins is not here. I think the family's out on vacation. And down with our freshmen there, all of them are JV players. Kurt Eckert, why don't you guys, Rick, if you move down that way a little bit, please, thanks. Kurt, okay, and Ross Mick, Todd, Jason Kemp's not here. I couldn't get a hold of anybody there. Kurt Heim and Ryan Flanagan. Okay, Ryan. I didn't miss anybody, did I? Good. Okay. As you see, we only have 2 seniors graduating, which is a good situation. We've got a number of young people coming back, especially a good class of what will be our seniors, and now presently, or will presently, our junior class. A very good group to work with. I think our JV, I think we ended up 9-3 on the JV squad. Also had a lot of growing up to do. Had a lot of young, as you can see, freshmen rotated around. And I thought they, as the season, especially toward the end, did a very, very good job of improving themselves as individuals and as a team. I'm going to get right on into our awards, if I may. Bob, if you could help, I'd appreciate it. I'll start. Rick Bleemel, an 80, of course, team record of 12-3. His varsity career record of 36-13. Senior year record of 18-6. And the other accomplishments along with co-captain. Congratulations to you guys. Yes, so that's fine. Whatever. Okay, starting out. Oh, Bob, just a minute. I need to. Oh, I see. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, let me have that. All right. One award we give. Our best winning record varsity goes to Chris Hemsel, a record of 21-3 this year. And on the JV squad, our best winning record, Steve Lukemeyer, 10-0. Say that. One that I think exemplifies the kind of leadership that we had. Our best mental attitude goes to a senior, Rick Bleemel. Some of these are voted on by the team members and others by statistics. Most improved, very interesting one, very difficult, I think, for some, very close voting, I know. To a sophomore, Alan Schwank. Hustle Award, as I said, I mentioned this early, is I guess his grunting got this accomplished. No. I don't know that I've ever been around anybody that what I call busted as hard as Chad does. Chad Kiefner. That's why, by the way, why he's as good as he is. And the most valuable goes to Jeff Hayes. Jeff. On the JV squad, best mental attitude to Kurt Eckert. Kurt. We also have, oops, some of these are ones that they sent to me. Let's see. I'll get to those after. Vote on 9 players for all conference, the coaches do. We received 2 players on that, Rick Bleemel and Jeff Hayes. Also, I think a very high honor, voted on 3rd team All-State. There's a total of 21 boys picked, 7 boys on a team in the state, and those are picked or voted on by the Indiana High School Tennis Coaches Association. 3rd team All-State, a plaque with a certificate in there to Jeff Hayes. And I believe that's it on the boards, right? Yeah, these I'll get. Here, let me hang on just a minute, guys. John, some of these, I think I got these in late. Okay, nice round of applause for our guys. Especially, I'm around them in the summer here and have been for a number of years with the program, and had always been very impressed with their attitude and their desire and a lot of dedication, especially the ones that are, coming up, and kind of noticed this a couple years ago and really felt like they were very deserving of an opportunity to accomplish something as a squad. And I guess that desire, led me to, apply and take the girls' tennis job, and knew that when I going in, I had some adjusting to do, and them too. And I think as the year progressed, we kind of hit the middle path and really ended up to be a most enjoyable year. That's very recent in most people's mind. The accomplishments, of course, the big one being the sectional championship, accomplished by beating Du Bois in the finals, and something we haven't been able to do for a while. And I think the girls realized, many of the things that I tried to establish early, the discipline, the responsibility, the dedication, the hard work. I don't know that they realized what all that meant until we started getting into the end of the season, and all of a sudden we won our invitational that we put together, and then we won the Big 8. We didn't have a tournament this year because it got rained out, and they ended up going back to the regular season record, and we were 7-0. And then we ended up winning a sectional. And I think they found out some of the things of why we practice hard and why we run so much, and we have little sayings like, we work harder than anybody else, and we are the best conditioned team in the state, and why we have to be that way. And we talk a lot about hard work and pride and building confidence and so forth. And this young lady, as many of you know, has taken a scholarship to play college tennis at University of Evansville, and a lot of that is accomplished because of a whole lot of hard work over a long period of time. And she, I think, is one of those that are directly responsible for the others that we have following behind her. And one of the reasons that, that I'm presently coaching girls tennis. Really enjoy this young lady, and we go around and around every once in a while, but tell her she's hard-headed, and she just smiles, and typical German, I tell her, but she really, I think, has done an excellent job of keeping the squad together and giving the kind of attitude and leadership, and a lot of it probably by example more than necessarily by word of mouth. But then again, I think that's an excellent way to lead for young people. Danielle was our number 2 singles player. Unusual situation. We have 1 senior, no juniors, and into our sophomores. Katie Hayes. Katie played number 1 for us. Heather Chamberlain. Heather, did she make it? No. Okay. Was a JV player. Lauren Hobbig. Lauren, JV player. Stacy Kiefner. Stacy is presently, I think, probably already there. Went down with Jan Roletter to a tennis camp down at Murray. So I really can't, a good excuse for missing. Dion Kiefner. Dion, a JV player. Bridget Morris, JV player. Amy Murder. Hi, Amy. JV player. Jan, like I said, is down there. Aaron Drone. Aaron ended up being our number 3 singles player. Courtney Cook. Did Courtney make it? Okay. Amy Weisskafer is presently on vacation with her family. Alicia Swank. Alicia, a number 1 doubles. And Melody Schmidt, number 2 doubles player. On to our freshman, Terry Yarborough, a number 2 doubles player. Leanne Eckerle, here, okay. Nancy Hope. Nancy make it? No. Nope, okay. Natalie Jones. Natalie, a number 1 doubles player as we ended up the season. And Leslie Sager, a JV player. All right. On the JV squad, I don't mention a lot of, one thing, we do a lot of switching around, and not necessarily the girls all play in the same spots. I do that on purpose, but 20 different girls. No, we ended up, I think, with 18 or 19 by the time, like I started to say, Julie. Julie was part of our squad and ended up having a shoulder problem, had to drop out. I think we ended up with 19 total. By the way, Linda Maringer, Linda had a commitment with her family, and I this time like to just, publicly say thank you to Linda. She was a very, very, our senior award to Danielle Blessinger. On it we have picture that was taken after we won the sectional, and it has a little saying like the Jeeps are out and the cats are in or something. And, hopefully good memories, I'm sure they will be. A 90 team record of 16-3, a varsity career record of 46-30, senior record of 15-12. Jasper Invitational champions, Big 8 champs, sectional champions, and captain of our team, Danielle Blessing. Okay. Best mental attitude of a JV player. Boy, I tell you what, I used to think this girl was so quiet and nice and shy and backward. And tells you how wrong you can be. Bridget Morris. Bridget. I thought that particular, she had, I tell you, sometimes I couldn't hardly keep her quiet. That particular award, I think, is always interesting for to have a great mental attitude by a younger player. And certainly, I'm just kidding her with her talking, but very enthusiastic, and I like that. That's one of the things I probably had the hardest time getting used to is the noise level of girls, especially in a van where I am the only person with 14 others. That took a while. Our best winning record. We have 2 people that won this on the JV squad with a record of 10-0. One goes to Amy Murder, and the other one to Dion Kiefner. All right. I hope I have that right. Whoops. Best winning record on the varsity. A record of 25-2. We have 2 people with the exact record. One goes to Katie Hayes, our number 1 singles player, and the other one to Carrie Yarborough, a number 2 doubles player. Most improved. Certainly a pleasant surprise to our team, and I guess it shows you what can be accomplished in a short period of time. Most improved to a freshman we moved into the lineup. Just kind of on the spur of the moment. Coach had it, I don't know, some kind of idea, so I tried it. Sure enough, it worked. Goes to a freshman. Ended up playing number 1 doubles, Natalie Jones. Hustle Award. I tell you what, I think this just runs in the family, Schmitty. I don't know that I've ever seen a Schmidt loaf, and I've been around them since I was yay big with brothers and sisters and aunts and uncles with this one, and certainly it is very typical of why I think Jasper does as well as it does in all sports, is because we hustle and we work hard, and we're not going to lose that. Melody Schmidt. Melody. Our best mental attitude. Again, this is something voted on by the players and shows you why she was elected captain, and certainly a great attitude in all respects. Danielle Blessinger. Danielle. This particular award is given by the Girls Booster Club. By the way, treated our girls to a dinner, right? Or well, we went. Where did we end up going? Burger King. Yeah. And since they won the sectional, it was real nice. But they provided our most valuable player this year, voted on by our players, our number 1 singles player, Katie Hayes. One other, now I do not have the certificates, but we had, this is kind of interesting too, I guess there's not a lot of coaches sometimes we can do about it, but we won the Big 8 conference, as I mentioned, and happened to notice in the paper the other day the all-conference selection. I guess, I don't know, we must be doing a heck of a job up here or something, but anyway, we received 1 player on the all-conference team, and the 1 player goes to Katie Hayes. Now, to be very truthful, I think we have other players much more as deserving or well deserving of that particular honor. I guess these other teams get tired of us kind of beating their rear ends, and maybe they don't like us too much or something, but I'm going to definitely, there's not, much that I can do according to the system, but we did receive, or Katie did, the one particular honor of all conference on that particular team. Also, something that I have not recognized, and I hope it comes true, but I'll mention it now. I was hoping to have a certificate. Like Jeff Hayes, we have a player who is up for third team All-State, and I think it's going to go through, and that honor will go to Katie Hayes if everything fits, goes like it's supposed to according to the, the vote of the board of directors on the day I was there. But it hasn't been publicly announced, so I'm not, I had to go through a couple of channels. So, Katie, if everything works out, why, you'll, be bestowed upon that honor of third team All-State. That pretty well concludes things. So let's give a nice round of applause to our group. Okay.
The girls got together and got coached this little present for our appreciation for all he's done for us. We had a great year, and it was very fun, and I put up with a lot, I know. It was great.
This is awful nice, really. Wow. Again, a very nice gift certificate from Gus Sterner Sports. And I think, wife tried, I think that'll go toward a tennis racket if that's all right with you all. Okay, great. Listen, thank you very much. All right. Yeah, well, I have a hard time making a decision.
We also had a gift for Linda because she coached here in now. So since she helped coach the Jasper, we're very glad that she came in.
To their lives and hopefully can use. But I really appreciate the cooperation, and it's like in the summer, I continue to encourage you to allow me and my assistants to work with your young children here and go into tournaments, and that's the way we're going to get better. And we do have fun. I think the kids will tell you we do have fun out there, even though we do have some rules that we have to abide by. Okay, thanks again, and come on over, all of you, join in, try to take in a tennis match in the fall or two, and even if you're a parent of a girl, come on over and watch the boys play. It was really great this year. I thought our support during the girls sectional was exceptional, and I think the girls really appreciated that. And next year, I think we'll set as our goal again to stand up here and be able to honor 2 sectional champions and see if we can't tag on to one of those, at least a regional or something along that line. It's definitely within our power. So let's kind of continue to build and stick in behind us. Thank you very much.